I'm vlogging with the DJI Action 2, and this is going to be my final weekend using this camera because I will receive my new camera next week, and I'm very excited to debut that. This was a very excellent product. I was well pleased with it. It was very versatile, especially because of that magnetic surface on the bottom where I could just mount it to any surface, any metal surface. Like, for example, holding it in my hand, this is the DJI adapter mount. And it usually comes with a suction pad at the bottom so you can stick the suction to anything. But sometimes I notice if I have the battery pack / double screen attached and I would stick that suction to some of the surfaces to try to get like a really decent angle, it would come off, especially on a hot day. The suction would come off and drop the camera, and then I would have to begin the video again. But for example, have it mounted to the top of my car. I can step back. I'm vlogging using my Hollyland Lark M2. I don't have the M2S. That's a separate conversation for another video on that one. It's a really great microphone, the M2S, but I have my own gripes about it, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. But yeah, back to the DJI Action 2. This camera allowed me to vlog for the very first time and get some really decent footage. I just didn't like the fact that the battery didn't last beyond 35 minutes max, and I would have to run back in the house to charge it. Like right now, the battery life for the second camera, which is the double screen, is actually at 72%, and that's after I charged it to 100% last night. And that's because I was, taking the camera out and trying to shoot this video over and over again. After a few minutes of recording, camera would burn through the battery exceptionally fast. And so that was another reason why I had to replace this in particular camera, is because of the battery life. I think DJI was trying to go in a certain direction and try to make a versatile camera, but they forgot about the battery aspect. Now, if the battery lasted for like an hour and a half, 2-3 hours, especially like their Action 5 Pro, the battery life on that and the Action 4 and all that, if they made the battery life like that, it would have been a dope concept. But the only issue is also you're using an internal battery with this one versus an external battery with the other Action cameras and whatnot. The Action 3 and beyond uses as an external battery, so you're not burning through the battery built in on a unit. Like I said, this has been an exceptional camera, and I would recommend this for anybody just getting into vlogs, to start practicing how to vlog and everything like that, and setting up different shots and stuff, especially like during like nature shots, setting your tripod up, under a tree to get the right shadow. Say, for example, you're sitting down under a tree and you want to get that as B-roll. You can just plant your camera down there and just record from a different perspective and everything like that. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be replacing this camera. It was a really, really fun camera. I had a blast with this one. Despite the gripes, I'm gonna put this back on a tripod magnetic mount. Despite the gripes, you know what I mean? Despite the good and bad times I had with this camera. And there were a lot of bad times because I would be in the middle of recording, right? I would be in the middle of recording and I noticed that I would have to run and put the camera back because I have to recharge it. And it was frustrating because I'll be in the middle of a really good topic and I get to the very good point or the climax of the video, and I would have to rush back to the house, hop in my car, rush back to the house and re-record it. Like right now, I have to rush back to the house to make sure I got my charger, because the park I go to, they have charger slots. So in the event I have to stop this video, something flew right in my face. In the event that I had to stop this video and recharge my phone, I have it on hand, So right now, I'm gonna take you guys for a little ride along to show you how the DJI Action 2 really does, using my my small rig magic arm. Hold on, guys. That's what it looks like when it's mounted to my small rig magic arm. I'm gonna go to my local park and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. As far as like getting certain shots, recorded and stuff. Definitely want to cut It's a little warm, guys. But nah, that's the only gripe I have with this battery. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Magnet wasn't clamped all the way on, and I wanted to make sure it was like screwed into the socket all the way of the magic arm. But anyway, yeah, fast forward, man, fast forward. I purchased this back in September of 2024, and in 2025, I can honestly say this thing is still usable. It's still an exceptionally well put together product by DJI, but once again, what gets me is the short battery life and the overheating. That's one of the biggest two things. Now, DJI provided a remedy for the overheating by giving you a case you can put over your action camera and the power module itself, or the double screen itself. It really wasn't a fix. It was more like a quick fix. It was more like a quick fix. And here's why. Because the battery life, you would still burn through it exceptionally fast. And the faster you burnt the battery life, the hotter the unit would get. So I found myself frustrated most days because I be wanting to record a video, and the video, like if it's scripted, it might be a 6-minute and 40-second video or longer. It might be a lot longer than that. It might be a 10-minute video. But I still struggle with the fact that the battery doesn't last and it overheats. Or sometimes it would overheat, then kill the battery. That's one thing that kicked me in my butt every single time as a content creator. And I would always have to switch to my phone because the battery life would not last at all. If you get an action camera, make sure it has an extensive battery life, or you have external batteries that come with the unit or the module instead of an internal battery, because an internal battery, yeah. And this was supposed to go up against the likes of the GoPro back in the day. And GoPro kind of outdid them, not by video quality, as you can see, not by video quality, but by the fact that their camera didn't overheat. Their camera can handle all kind of temperatures. Their camera can handle, nowadays, hold on, a bit noise cancellation on. It is a bit windy. Had to lean the camera back into focus. But nowadays, the Action 5 really is an exceptional camera. The Action 4 is an exceptional camera. Heck, I'll give a hot take and say that the Action 3 is an exceptional camera today because of all the add-ons that you get. Like I said, it's an extremely windy day, as you can see through the trees. I'm gonna take noise cancellation off real quick. As you can hear in the mic, yeah, it's a breezy day. I'm not complaining though, because this feels amazing, y'all. This feels exceptionally well. The past couple days have been so hot, you know, like especially when working the job I have. I have a very, very, very busy, strenuous job, and it requires us to be out in the elements. So it's been so hot the last couple days, especially yesterday. It was, whew. So this is a very, very appreciated day. You know what I mean? It's a blessing and a good welcome. As far as the DJI Action 2, this is recommended for anyone who is just getting into vlogging. Anyone who is curious about vlogging, because you can mount this camera just about anywhere. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I would have to step all the way back here for you guys to hear me. But yeah, as you can see, I have it mounted to this rail on top of this gazebo roof. Like I said, I can get a shot like this. It's really cool. So this camera is for anyone who is versatile and is willing to be creative with their content. Now, like I said, this hasn't all been a bad experience. It wasn't always a bad experience. This has been very fun, especially when I started getting into vlogging. This has been something that I truly enjoyed, is the fact that it's small, compact, versatile, you could do all kind of things with it. I did have a neck mount. You know what I mean? I do have a neck mount, a DJI Osmo neck mount. That's just for this top camera module. It's not for the power bank or the double screen. Otherwise, it's going to be poking you in the chin right here because the camera stands up when you have the secondary unit attached. I had a magnet, L magnet, where I could plate it to my chest and be walking around in first person mode. And it was a really cool experience. Now I could do the same with the neck mount, but I wouldn't be able to use my my Hollyland Lark M2 or my M2S because it doesn't have the USB socket on the camera mount. It has it on the add-on. If you're interested in any DJI cameras and you don't know where to start and you're just becoming, you know, a vlogger or you're a beginner at content creation, I would recommend this. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're just doing shorts. If you're doing a lot of shorts, most definitely I would recommend this camera. If you're doing shorts or Instagram reels, this camera is for you, most definitely. But other than that, I'm just enjoying the day, y'all. Let me get up and get some footage for y'all. All in all, it's been quite fun. It's quite fun, and I'm excited to debut my new camera that I'm ordering. I will receive it by Monday or Tuesday of next week, and I'll probably shoot a vlog that same day, because once again, I'll have something with a little bit of a longer battery life. I thought about going back to like digital, like not digital, but mirrorless cameras and DSLR cameras. But at the end of the day, they're too clunky, too big for me. And plus, I'm not trying to shoot a cinematic video or a cinematic movie. I'm trying to actually just vlog, you know, because right now I have everything in default mode. I don't have any LUTs attached to this video. I mean, I don't have any LUTs edited in this video. Everything is in standard auto. Everything is in default. As you can tell, that's why the sun looks so bright in the background. But I like the 155 wide angle lens. That's one thing I do love about DJI cameras is that wide angle lens. You don't have to attach a lens to get that wide angle ratio. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was just a quick conversation, a quick vlog to let you guys know I will be ordering a new camera next week, and I'm excited to vlog with it. I'm getting out here in my local park and just enjoying the day. I like getting out of the house. That's one thing vlogging has done for me, is like make me get out of the house on a nice day and really enjoy it. But anyway, I love you guys. I thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Peace.